Alrighty then, and we are here late and gay, and it's all Chad's fault.
Yep, there is. And
I
I'll
mean,
do
he was
it.
telling us a
I'll do
story
it
about
again too.
ladies, so it was totally his fault.
Yeah, he was telling us all about the ladies. So
I
we
damned
play
that
it
to
like that.
you, by the way, Meg. The thing that gave me a
Mhm.
headache this morning.
Alright, now I think
Alright.
everything's set up on my side. So, this is Gaming with the Side Salt. As always, I am Zio, and next to me over there is
This guy, Deep
that
Hatchet.
dude over there,
You
and
can
then
see
there's Meg.
right there.
Links for everybody, of course, is always in the descriptions down below if you want to go check out their channel where they play other things like Okami for like 3 years. So,
The game will not stop. I just beat another boss, and there's still more crap to do. I'm like, what? They're like, oh, but our princess is in another castle. It's like that. It's just like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm sorry. Okay, let me rant for like 2 seconds here on this.
Go for it.
that's my fault.
If you're going to do
You
an opening
pop
prologue, doing the backstory of everything and like all of this stuff, the villain that you introduce in that and the whole legend and all that stuff, that's the villain that you fight at the end of the game. You don't fight that villain like a third of the way in, and then all of a sudden there's this new boss, a new challenger has emerged, and then you beat that one, a new challenger has emerged. I'm like, I don't even care. This feels like the world's longest epilogue. I'm done now. That's it. I just had to. I had to exercise that particular demon because I was like, oh right, I beat
Good.
it. What? I was so
Funny thing
mad.
is, he's only on the first island.
Of 9.
He has to go to the second map still.
She'll be
There's
playing it
another
forever.
island.
And
This
just
is such
think,
a
when she
long
gets
game.
done, the second one will come out by then. And then she can
The
just
funny
start
thing
the
is,
second
I'm
one.
absolutely lying about the second island, but hearing that sigh was worth it.
Or was
If you actually watch one of my streams, I sigh a lot, and it's because of Isun. Because I read all of the dialogue, and I read it trying to, at least in character. And reading Isun's lines, I just go the entire time.
You just wanna squish a little bastard, I know.
I want him gone. I want him to die at this point. I don't even care. I just ugh.
And he is there all the way
So-
to the end.
last
I'm sorry.
week, if you happen to be on the side of, say, YouTube, the stream was blocked in the United States, Russia, and one other place.
The
So,
UK.
if you missed it, you have to go over to Rumble to watch it. It's that simple.
Welcome to freedom, y'all.
So-
You got to come over to Freedomistan. You just
So
You got to come over to Rumble in order to watch last month's full stream. If you want the clips, they'll trickle down eventually in a week or so.
I
eventually maybe.
get UK. I get the US because they're
Russia. I know. Russia.
Russia.
That's what caught me too, because when it was like Russia, it's like partially blocked in countries. And I'm like, what do you mean partially blocked? It's like it is blocked in Russia, the United States. I'm like, what? Russia? The fuck
Like, what did we
Russia?
do to Russia?
What did we do there? I mean, shit. We like Putin on his big bear with his burly arms and machine
I ain't gonna
guns.
lie, that is a badass picture.
I mean, we got nothing wrong against the Russia.
I mean, I'm not a particularly great fan, but whatever. You
There
stay
we
over
go. We
there.
didn't- we should not
they
have
do them, we
offended
do us,
the
and we
motherland.
won't do each other.
But I
Maybe.
mean, apparently we did. So even though I like to play Russia when I play anything,
Hey, I've
like
seen some
that,
beautiful Russian women. I'm sure they're
So-
not con artists or anything from India.
Oh, probably not. Probably not. But so this, for anybody who is interested, this is games that are being pirated and on Steam, by the way. Steam does track that shit, which I thought was interesting. Thought I would share with everybody else. So if you're pirating, yeah, Steam tracks you. Chances are you know that. So just
Yeah.
for anybody else who was interested in that tidbit.
Yeah, just for those people who would be like, "What? I had no idea." Okay, well, no,
I
I
actually
don't know
did
how you
know,
didn't know, homie.
but
How? Like, didn't you suspect though?
Well, no, I'm sure they did. I'm just saying, like, I didn't have proof of it, and I wasn't really looking for it. And honestly, I don't even pirate Steam games, so it
Well,
didn't
it's
even
not
stick
really.
on my
I don't think
radar.
it's really Steam games that are pirated, but
Yeah,
change the ID and you can add things to Steam and launch through Steam and stuff. But anyway.
See, in my mind, most games that get pirated are probably Nintendo because they just want to give Nintendo the middle finger. That's what I'm
Don't
saying.
worry. We'll get into that eventually, kind of, maybe a little bit. But here's an update on something. Nick Rekieta, who I completely forgot existed,
Same.
has apparently pled guilty. We talked about this a while back. But
It's sad, man.
Anybody want to refresh our memories on what he did?
Drugs. He did drugs.
He did.
Pretty much. He's just. I mean, it's basically being an
He did swinging
irresponsible swinger.
drugs with an upside down pineapple.
And the. I mean, I think that the actual charges though are for what is it? Child endangerment.
Child endangerment. Might be child abuse. I'm not sure.
He got a little bit too wild and let it all go to his head.
Yeah, he started to fall off, and it was kind of sad to see because I mean,
I kind of saw it in his streams years ago.
Yeah,
where he just
I hadn't seen him for about a year or so when all this stuff happened, and I used to regularly listen to his stuff, but he started to fall off, and you could tell something was wrong.
Yeah. He started seeming more and more miserable, and
then you
unhappy.
had the clips of him getting fellatio under the table.
Yeah.
Started popping up, and I was like, damn. What the hell is going on with Nick?
That's when you know.
Like, the last time I saw him, he did not look that strung out. But he was just
gone
after that.
His liver was tapping out too. You could tell.
Yeah, I mean it's a problem with people who are super talented. They see success suddenly, like really fast. They just
that abrupt success can be.
It was all bad for him. I mean, and it's really too bad. It sucks. Like, for his family, for his kids, all that jazz.
I'll tell you this though: anybody that puts their kids in danger like that, I have no pity for.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sad for his family. Like, this is these children's father. I'm sure that
that's
they
where
love
I'm
him,
like,
and so
that
it's
sucks.
sad. Yeah, like I mean, when your dad is taken out of your life, that's not good, And if your dad has a problem, it's bad, like I understand that you're like, oh well, he did it to himself. Yeah, but his kids are the ones that.
Oh yeah, and I completely agree with you. The one shining thing that might come of this is this might be his. Well, he'll get help, and this might be his redemption arc where he can get better and get clean.
Yeah, he has to have humility to do that, though.
Well, I think losing everything is pretty humbling. So we'll see.
Sometimes, man. Some dudes bounce.
I was about to say.
In like 3 months, so.
Yeah, we'll see if it goes one direction or the other. There's only 2 ways I ever see this going: is people either humble themselves, get clean, or they go the complete opposite direction and just embrace the degeneracy even beyond.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he leaned really hard into the whole edgelord thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's a rail to ride, Like if you do that, you have to really know who you are and where your boundaries are. And I think he just kind of didn't. So.
No, yeah. he fell off hard.
He did.
So.
Anyway,
sucks because I liked watching him play Phoenix Wright.
Yeah.
For a hot second.
Watching a lawyer play Phoenix Wright is pretty funny. I remember.
I found him through Rittenhouse, honestly. So I didn't know who he was before.
No, I found him through the Vic Mignogna situation.
Oh yeah, Mignogna. Yeah, I remember that, but I didn't.
Nick and started watching stuff.
Poor Vic. That's such a sad. That story makes me just It makes me hate
Yeah,
women a little bit.
It's sad, and wishing the best or whatnot. But it's
I mean, Vic honestly was like,
it
I
is.
got FU money. I can just retire. I'm good.
But the
Oh, I
thing is
was
that
talking about Nick.
Oh,
I don't even know how the Vic Mignogna thing concluded. To be totally
he
honest, it
lost.
feels like everything sort of fell off, and then nobody was talking about it.
Well,
Yeah.
nothing really came from, like, he didn't have to pay or do anything from the legal, if I remember. So
they basically just did a character assassination of him, and he tried to sue basically to kind of get some of his good name
Yeah.
back, and it's so hard to win defamation lawsuits. So
Yeah,
he
So
did.
did he
he
wind up
lost.
losing in the end?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Damn, they took
Yeah.
yeah,
like everything from him,
yeah, they
Yeah.
and he
did.
lost that shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like I
Yeah.
said, it's
The
very
court
hard.
also, keep in mind, the courts where he was at, I believe, was California, and the courts are extremely biased towards women.
Yes.
So it didn't matter. He could have had God himself come down, and the judges probably would have still been like, I don't know, that's another man.
Yeah.
Not
So
if God was a woman.
yeah,
Uh,
no, he's not.
I
Don't
remember
do
someone once
that.
saying there is only one being in this entire universe that is able to choose their pronouns, and he said he's God. So that's yeah. But yeah, the Vic Mignogna thing is just another highlight of the unfair treatment that Midden get, and it makes me sad, honestly. And
Yeah, I thought he had a decent case. So
no,
No.
it
apparently
was a
not.
complete crap show. It was
Really?
awful. Yeah,
The
it's
the
really
funny
sad.
thing is the crap show mainly came from the people he was suing for his good name, but they still won.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. So I saw all that stuff, and then it was like everything was silent for the
That's
longest
honestly
time,
that's
and then I
why
forgot
there's.
about it for years.
I'll be frank with you. Anime died with that case for me for like the most
Dubbing
part.
did.
Well,
Dubbing sir did for me,
well,
at
look, I
least.
don't read stuff I watch. I want to listen
Well, it's
to it,
okay
so
because
I'm kind of
dubbing is
screwed.
coming to an end soon too.
Karma's a bitch, but
Karma's
Yeah.
we'll get into that
Karma's
too.
a
I'm sure.
bitch. So speaking of legal stuff, let's
Okay.
talk about this for a second. What
All
the
right.
hell? I opened up Twitter and saw
I
things
don't
about
know.
Destiny saying that he's going to take like 20 other streamers down with him for pedo or
Can we?
something.
Can I just
Stuff.
not? I don't want to think about Destiny's sex life. Of all of the things on my bingo card,
Listen,
that
I
is so far off of it. I don't like him. He is gross and ick. And
Yeah.
ew, just
but a
it's like
police
the
report
gay
has been
hobbit's
filed.
sex life seems like
Well,
the worst thing.
his sex life
Against
might get a lot more interesting in federal jail because this is obstruction of justice. This is hiding evidence. This is a whole lot of him admitting to a lot of crimes.
No, it's not.
How is he admitting to any crimes? I mean, well, okay, so I did see that
It's
he. I mean, how is
it's
he
only
obstructing justice?
obstruction
That's all I'm
if
saying.
they can prove that he absolutely knows that there's like 20 other streamers
That's what I'm
that
saying.
he
Like,
can take down.
if he knows and he's
Um,
not reporting it,
Destiny's really good at running his mouth
Yeah.
and cashing checks that he can't cash.
that's true.
But
That is
yeah,
very
a
true.
police report has been filed against Destiny following a streamer who claimed he shared an intimate recording of her without consent.
How
So
does
is this
this?
a revenge porn thing, or
Yeah, it's
Who
revenge
knows?
porn, basically.
Destiny has denied allegations? Let's see.
But
From another
but
streamer,
I
he
don't know
claims
where
no
those DMs
knowledge
come
or
from.
control of the leak.
And
But
honestly, it
he
could be
has a.
just. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
What? He
Well,
was like Nick
I'm sorry if
Fuentes?
you. Yeah, I'm like, dude, if you had the information and it was in your custody and somehow it gets out, you are responsible for it. I don't know what else to tell you, my dude. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Unless a third party hacks
But
your computer or
let's
something,
take a
that's
look
different.
here. Let's take a look right here. On January 21st, two women accused Destiny, real name Stephen Bonnell the second.
Of course, he's
He's a
French.
second, really? A second Destiny? No wonder we go by Destiny.
Ugh,
Of
what
sharing
a douche nozzle.
pornographic content of them online without their consent. Content creator Pixie, is that Pixie? No, wait.
It's Pixie. They spelled it to
They
be.
spelled that wrong. Is it
It's
supposed
probably
to be
spelled.
Pixie?
The name's probably spelled correctly. The user is probably insufferable.
Okay. Was the first to go public and said she would be taking legal action against Destiny. I will be suing him for violating U.S. Federal Code 15 USC 6851, civil actions related to disclosure of intimate images. That's the revenge porn
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I
A
mean,
second woman, known online as Sherry, is that supposed? Can somebody read these names?
Sherry. Yeah,
it
you're right.
Sherry?
You're right. Just go with it.
Listen, they don't know how to fucking spell their shit.
They
Yeah.
do. They're doing
And-
this on purpose.
And
They're
for
doing
once,
it to
I don't think it's
be-
the journalist. I think it's these people being insufferable.
Yeah, that's it. They're trying to be unique.
Well, that's fine.
My name's
no,
Brandy,
it's not. It's
you know,
insufferable.
with an I.
Exactly.
Her feeling that
Exactly.
she too discovered Destiny had shared an intimate audio recording taken of me without my consent. Destiny has denied the allegations from Pixie, claiming that the content was stolen from him. Oh, really? How did it get stolen? I don't think Destiny had a hacking incident, and that he had no control over its distributed. The leak happened without my knowledge, consent, or so who did you send it to, Destiny?
So yeah, I'm about to say. Here's the
Who
funny
did you
thing.
send it to? And when you produce a list of like 50 people, she still got you.
Yeah, and here's the funny thing about this. Files have metadata that can be traced to from point A to B to C to
You
D.
can scrub metadata. I think Destiny's intelligent enough to do that. I mean, hell, I scrub all my metadata.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of places actually scrub metadata automatically now, like things like a certain fan site and Facebook. They scrub metadata for every upload that goes up. Because people
but
would use the metadata to track people.
True.
So yeah, it's really easy to scrub metadata.
But the thing is, I honestly don't think he does have that intelligence.
Well,
I think he has the intelligence to do it. I don't think
enough.
I think that he's arrogant enough not to, though.
There you go. That's a good way to put it.
I think he's intelligent enough to do something that simple, scrub it, if not even have it to begin with. I mean, the mess that
smart.
might be on there is he used a Samsung Galaxy 23 or something to record it, and it's the only available data on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's probably not a good idea to have other people's porn on your phone. In general, that just seems like a terrible idea. But he's such an arrogant tool, and he's so nasty. I don't put it past him doing something like this just out of spite, and thinking that he's so smart and he's so clever that nobody's going to catch him. No one would call him to account, because he's gotten away with saying and doing a lot of awful, egregious things.
Yeah, no, he's a terrible person. But
so Pixie here says she's going to sue him.
I was gonna tap on that.
Isn't she
actually filed a police report? So
okay, so the ball's rolling.
Yeah, police reporter, it didn't happen. So
Yep. So I believe Cherry Bomb there more than I do Pixie right now.
Oh, until she actually goes and until the papers drop for a lawsuit, anyway.
Yeah. And even then, even though I can't stand Destiny at all, innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That might not take much.
Apparently, Destiny recorded her while they were doing things without her consent and
See,
didn't even
that's
know about it.
where does
And
he
then
live?
shared the recordings.
Yeah, that's he'll
It
have a
depends
cell
on
next to Diddy.
depending on where you are, that could be illegal. Like, I mean, I think that
Well,
he actually lives in a conservative state though, or something like that.
I mean, it's
which one is in
illegal.
Florida?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Because
Florida.
Florida is not a two-party consent state.
No, it's not. But he still
Um,
recorded a sexual act, which
yeah, I know,
puts it in a different
but
category.
no, no, but hear me out.
All right.
I am in my room. I can record anything in my room, and I don't have to tell a soul I'm recording it. It's my room.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
No,
So,
I take your point.
anything I do in my room, it's my recording, my business,
Anything,
my space.
anyone, yeah, we get it.
That's true. That's
So,
true.
if it's that, then yeah, he absolutely probably can. Now, it's the fact that he distributed it is the crime.
Yep.
That's the crime right there. Because the fact that it doesn't, I made the joke about 50, but it doesn't matter if he sent it to one person.
Yeah.
One is enough to be the crime.
Yep.
Seriously, just a better thing. Just don't record people. It's so weird. Like,
Always record people. Probably not
no,
while
I
you're,
mean, don't
doing it,
record.
but
Yeah,
I mean, I
that's what I
record
mean.
audio.
record always.
I actually have recorded audio at work because my boss was doing some very bad things, and I had to turn
No.
her in.
So that is fine. I meant don't be recording the sex
Yeah.
crimes
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway,
that just
so two
I
women
mean,
have
even
accused
if you're
him.
like I could get well, hey, don't be sticking it into people who are, liable to turn against you and be like, they raped me. But
Don't say
also,
dipstick and crazy.
Yep.
yeah.
It's that
But
simple.
yeah.
It's not that simple, but still.
Well, it can be, but with current sexual mores being what they are, I guess not. But it
Yeah.
could be. It could
You know,
be.
it is really hard for me to find and completely off the left field, but I'm like I'm always looking for people to join our little chaotic group and stuff. But the one thing that's always been a red flag for me is if I click on their little link on X and I see they, and I go, and back.
No, this is probably not going to
No,
work
because
out.
see, the thing is that's a red flag. That is indicating who they are.
Yeah,
And
insane.
who they are is
Who are
someone with a
they?
multiple personality, So
Yeah.
I'm
So-
not like big on people who refer to themselves in the third person. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
so
it's
I
okay.
was just like, you know what? You
Yeah,
seem
my
like a cool
profile says I'm
person,
Zeo
but
Borg.
you're gonna
But I don't know
snap.
about your other personalities. That's the
Yeah.
problem. See, so
Well,
you
we're a
just
collective. I'm one of one, obviously. So
Well, I'll say
Destiny's been
this, Zio.
accused. One's going to sue him. One's filed a police report. Destiny has denied all allegations. Of course, these are allegations. So until proof is there, even though I don't like the guy, we still have to go with until there's proof.
Yep.
He hasn't done anything. But yeah, that's
well,
the story.
okay. So he has put himself into this position by recording people and having it in some way accessible, unless he comes out and says I was hacked, which he has not done.
I don't
Clearly,
buy
he
it
had-
for a second.
No, absolutely not.
I mean,
You'd be like, oh,
he's
okay.
already said, I didn't leak it. I don't know how it got there. And it's like, okay, well, give us the names of who you sent it to then.
Yeah.
Or-
It's like, well, I didn't
because
leak it to the public, but you sent it to
regardless-
someone.
You
Or
sent it somewhere, and that was probably the illegal act right there.
Or
He
had friends over, and there's these little magic sticks that store data.
You think one of
Maybe.
them decided they were going to hack his rig?
Well, here's the thing.
I mean, they'd
We
have to know
don't
that it was
know.
there.
No.
That's the thing. They'd have to know that it was there.
Or-
Like, how do you
or-
know that it's there?
Or another or.
It depends on what they're doing. They could plug
Because-
in a thing that hijacks this network, allowing them to access it, and they can plug that into a outlet behind the couch, right? And you can hijack the
You
network, hack
get
it that
thinking
way.
way too
that
much
sort
into
of thing.
this. Do you know how easy it is? If I have a friend over, and my camera's unlocked, and they just real quick while I'm taking a dump or something, they go put a USB in, start looking for stuff to make me look bad because Destiny does not exactly roll with the most best of
Honorable
people.
Yeah.
So let's be real. Somebody very well could have been like, "Hey, let's hang out." He's like, "Sure, yeah. Hang on a second. I'm setting up.
Listen,
I'll
I
be
don't
right back."
think Destiny is this smart. I think he's intelligent, but not this smart. We should probably stop giving him ideas for a defense. Just saying.
Oh, he's
I
not
want
going
to
to
see
watch
how he
this.
gets out of this on his own.
Yeah. He's
I mean,
way
it
above.
really is easy enough to just plug a stick into his computer, hijack a keylogger, and all this other stuff. Like, in seconds, unplug it, walk away like you never did anything, and then access it later.
I mean, unless he has a
like,
folder on his desktop saying prawn here. I mean, have you gone onto somebody else's computer and tried to find a file?
Yes, it was easy.
It is not. If they have a lot of, and especially if you're a content creator and you have a whole bunch of files.
Yeah, I'd say he's probably got a lot of stuff on.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff that exists.
Let me tell you guys something.
But I
a search bar is your friend.
Yeah, but how much?
I guarantee it was
MP4.
On
yeah, I think you're right, Zio.
I guarantee he sent it to somebody. I can.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
have to know that it. You have to know that it.
Somebody with it. That was the start of it.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to know that it. Yeah, you have to know that it exists to actually search for it, and then knowing where to search for it. And with someone who's as weird as this guy is, I don't know that he'd be like, oh, let me leave people alone in my room with my computer.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that's a possibility. I highly doubt it.
I mean, yes, it's that 1% where suddenly like Mission Impossible, someone's like, I'm going to sneak in here into the vault with all of the secret files, and I'm going to find those like very specific secret files, and I'm going to get them and I'm going to leak them, and then it's going to cause him to look bad. You think that's the worst stuff that Destiny has on his computer? Absolutely not.
No. I mean, all you just want to do is gain access to it. You can figure out if there's anything bad on it later. All you just need to do is
so you're just saying that somebody just basically put in like a key so that they could constantly be there.
It was on his phone and he sent it to somebody bragging about it.
Oh yeah,
that's all it was. And
I mean, did you read all the text messages that are going back and forth where he's saying, oh, I feel super bad about it and I don't want it to seem like I'm just paying her off?
I haven't seen anything about it. This happened like right before I started booting up the stream. I saw this stuff and was like, well, shit, let's just talk about it for a second.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what culpability he is taking, but he is signaling some sort of, he's in a conversation with someone this conversation has been leaked to where he is like signaling regret and saying, oh, I don't want to just give her money to make it, seem like I'm paying her off, but I'd totally be open to like paying for her psychiatrist bills or something like that. And I'm like,
well, he can't do that because
what? Yeah.
He can't pay her off because he said a lot of nasty things about Trump and paying off people.
The left does not care about being hypocrites.
I know, but we're going to point it out and laugh.
I mean, we're still going to point it out, but still,
the pointing and laughing is fine. I'm just saying that like it's an own, but only to people who have character. So to people like this, he wouldn't care. You could be like, well, you did this, and he'd be like, yeah, I don't care.
I mean,
it's amazing.
From my understanding, he's
depressing.
kind of into butt stuff. So I mean, maybe he'll like prison. I don't know.
He's so weird. It's just like if you've read some of those conversations where he's talking about things that he's into, I'm just like, it's so nasty. Anyway, all right, let's move on.
Yeah, I'm ready to move on.
Well,
let's not talk about the bridge troll anymore.
Look for stuff now, like these messages.
Dude, I don't care about Destiny trying to, but also let's have a little bit of a break and play roulette.
Oh. CCO, you wasted our first one talking about the
Actually, I'm owed a couple of these rounds.
Why?
Doing a couple of these rounds. We can't.
Why are you owed a couple of these rounds? How do you? How does your math, sir?
Because it's topic round. But
we
you know
can't
what?
do
That's fine.
topic
That's fine.
round, topic round.
How many topics did we talk
it
about?
takes
Didn't
too
we?
long when we do that.
Okay, fine.
All right. And anything with copyright music on it, I can't really play either.
I don't. Shit. Yeah, there's one.
Somebody's got to tell me when to stop.
Oh, stop.
There you go.
You know that if a dinosaur and a human were to race, despite the tremendous disparity in their sizes, it is the human that would most likely win. The reason for that is dinosaurs are fucking dead. Did you know that if a dinosaur and a human were to race, despite
the logic tracks on
it is the human that would most likely win.
I can't argue with him, man.
I can't argue with that logic.
I don't. All the ones I posted are like a minute long at most. I think there's one that's 5 minutes, but yeah.
It's hard.
All right, that got me.
Hard to argue with that logic, but yeah, considering they're fucking dead. So, do we want to listen to devs being idiots?
That's just.
Isn't that what we do?
Yeah, it is. So I introduced.
I feel like that's our job.
Kill Media. They are making a game called Code Violet. So let's take a look at Code Violet, shall we?
Sure.
Evacuation protocol is in effect. Please, everyone, make your way to the Star Bridge.
Dino Crisis?
Yep, it's the successor. Spiritual successor supposed to be Dino Crisis.
Okay.
Goodbye, baby, on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the cloud breaks, the cradle will fall. And down will come, baby, cradle and
Without context, all that awaits you is confusion and hurt. You're making a grave mistake.
Need to work on the face model on that one.
All this time, we've been lying to everyone? What are we actually doing?
What do you mean, creatures?
No, this can't be real.
Do you remember yet? So many lives have been lost that just didn't need to.
What is that?
Innocent. No one deserved any of this.
Yeah, this trailer is a lot longer than I was expecting it to be.
I'm just sitting here watching, like, show some freaking action.
Images here in game.
Yeah, I feel really nice.
Okay, it is what it is.
The voice acting's quite good. It sounded like the faces aren't necessarily matching any of the emotions that you're seeing.
Or any emotions at all.
No,
the director is
for sure.
the director of this trailer, at least, was not very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. The game definitely could use some work, but
yeah, there's that one part where it looked like an unfinished scene, and I'm like, what is this?
Well, they kept cutting out, and I'm like, guys, you want to let this play out, or this is it's not capturing me if you cut the scene early.
Yeah, it's just okay. If that's what you want, guys, that's okay. I'm not.
But there probably makes sales just called it being Dino Crisis successor, but
yeah, it's supposed to be heralded as the successor to Dino Crisis, which it's cool, like Dino Crisis.
That's fine. I don't care. Just I'm just saying it's just not
It just
I
doesn't
wasn't
look
very
as
compelled.
polished as what one would normally
Yeah.
see for, especially a PlayStation title.
Yeah.
I'm just not
It's
compelled
not
at
For
all.
much at all.
PS4, it looks like PS2.
Yeah.
No. I mean, it's a funny joke, but it doesn't look like PS2. Like, dude, I
It
was
doesn't
watching
look
somebody
like the
play something that
PS5.
was okay. I
Hmm.
will grant you that it does not look like PS5. It absolutely doesn't. It
Yeah,
is
that's kind
not.
of what
It's
I'm getting
not
at.
worthy. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
And I'm not a graphics hawk at all, but Sony kind of heralds it as that's their thing. So,
I mean,
yeah,
if you're going to reboot a franchise, especially
yes, make sure you
one that looked
rebrood it.
really good for its time, usually helps to have your new reboot look good too. Um,
yeah.
but that's not what we're here for. Okay,
Okay.
Okay, what are we here
that's
for?
that's not what
So
we're
we
here for.
endured
We're
that for
here for
nothing.
this statement right here. Yes, you endured that. For
Oh yeah, I
content.
remember this now. Yeah, this guy's an idiot.
This is a hilarious statement, though. But for those of us, or for those asking us about a PC version of Code Violet, the reason the reason we are not, apparently I have been drinking without drinking tonight. Are not bringing it to PC is we do not want anyone modding vulgar versions of the main character as well as other characters in the game. Now, team Kill Media, honey, darling, dear, all you DEI pieces of shit. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, okay? Um, let me bring it up real quick, okay? And I'm going to bring it on screen to show you. You see this thing right here? This is for the Switch. It doesn't matter that your thing is on PS5, honey. We can do the same damn thing on the PC with your PS5 game too.
Nobody's
And you know
safe.
why I have it on my PC, even though I own a Switch and everything? It's so I can fucking mod the console only games really easily.
Yeah.
Which means if anybody gave a damn about your game enough to mod it, they're gonna fucking mod it.
And here's the thing.
Regardless of whether you want them to or not. You're gonna have your vulgar main character, whether you want it or not. And it's gonna be on Nexus mods, whether you want it or not.
And
And the
here's
other
the
modding places. So that's my little hint to you. It will happen. But then again, I don't think the game is going to sell enough and have enough people giving a damn about it to even attempt to mod it. Because there's a reason why Skyrim exists on every single platform since like the 360 days on up. 15 types or different versions of it. It's because of that modding community and everybody loves Skyrim. Anyway, I'm done.
so here's the thing with that. Okay, so let's be real. They don't want pornography of it. I hate
Rule 34 is what's going to sell your game, though.
to,
That's
hate
what
to
happened
say
to
it,
Overwatch. Granted,
Sad.
Marvel Rivals is taking it over now.
but the thing is, the game, the subject matter doesn't matter where it's at all. The pervs are going to perv. They're going
Yeah.
like if somebody wants to see whoever the
You should see
lead.
the mods for Resident Evil.
Well, not even mods, dude. Not even mods. I'm talking like they'll make videos and crap.
I mean, there are mods for Jill out there. Lots of mods for Jill.
I mean, yeah, but again, I'm saying like even then, what they're beating around the bush is what I'm saying. In truth, what they're worried about is there being pornography of their game, and I'm like, dude, it's going to happen if it has any sort of fan base.
No, they want to own the chuds. If you ask me, we hold our voice actors and actresses with high regard, as well as our artistic vision for the game and story, and reject any form of destroying that with sexual mods, making a joke out of our art, and possibly tarnishing the reputation of our voice actresses and actors is not worth the extra money we can make. They are making a
Okay.
virtue signaling move
Yeah.
as the theater kids.
I, like the thing is that I get it. I get not wanting to see something that you worked on turned into something that you'd see as vulgar. I get that, but you sound like like a hand wringing um like school marm. Honestly, it's kind of cringe.
Yeah.
Just like, I mean, I understand not wanting that, but you're putting something out into the world. You cannot protect your babies from everything.
So
That's just not the way the world goes. I understand
Well,
wanting to, but you just
part of
can't.
me wants this to be big enough to where modders actually run it through the ringer.
but I doubt it'll get there.
The problem is, I don't think it's going to sell enough for anybody for it to even ping on a modder's radar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Which is the
honestly,
sad
the
part.
reaction to this is going to be like, and you are? So,
Yeah.
I mean,
I
like,
mean,
and you did
Also-
what now?
Next time
Dino
Zio
Crisis
messes up,
is
I'm
one
ready.
of the top games. Who was it? Capcom, I think, owns Dino Crisis, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And it's one of their top games that people do want to see to come back and have a remake of. Aside
But they
from
probably want to see
Mega
it
Man.
from Capcom, and
But they
have
would
the
rather
Dino
see
Crisis
it
name.
come out of Capcom and be actual Dino Crisis.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times when it comes to spiritual remakes, they don't really capture the essence that what made it good to begin with.
Oh, dude,
One
I
reason
could.
or
Well, they're
another.
not the spiritual remakes, so then, I mean,
There's a spiritual remake of a game
Well-
I absolutely love, and I hate the remakes so much.
Well, they want it to be, right? Like,
Mhm.
I can't remember what it was, but the guy who did Mega Man, when he left, he made a Mega Man spiritual remake.
Boy, did that not
Right?
do well.
What was it, Mighty Number 9? And that game
Yeah.
just sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it blows ass because he wanted to differentiate himself so far from Mega Man while trying to
Mhm.
keep the essence of Mega Man, and he failed horribly. I'm
Yeah, it's
sorry,
sad.
it didn't work out.
Well,
But
it
there
doesn't
are
help
other
that he
games-
had a maze level in a 2D
maze
run.
level?
Yeah, he had a maze level in a 2D run and gun that you had to backtrack
Yeah.
to figure out where to go. It was horrible design.
But then
It
you have
doesn't sound
things
like
like
the best
this
idea.
here,
Oh yeah.
like Wonder Boy: The Dragon Trap. This is a Sega Master System game that I got back here.
Yeah.
Old
Mhm.
system, old
I
system.
remember Wonder Boy.
It's the Wonder Boy series. I think it was Wonder Boy 3, The Dragon's
Mhm.
Trap.
Mhm.
And the studio that did this actually did a couple of other games which are really good. And they're not the Wonder Boy series, but they took the stuff from Wonder Boys and kind of made it into its own thing, which I have on my PlayStation. I don't think I have it here, so I can't show it off. But for this is essentially a remake, not really a spiritual successor, but it's good, really good. It's kind of what you
Mhm.
want to see.
All right.
Let's see. Spiritual City Skylines. There we go.
Oh,
a
that's
one to think
good.
of. Spiritual remake from the SimCities. We got SimCity 5.
I love that little
Ah.
comedy thing between SimCity and City.
And then we got
Skyline.
City Skylines, which is like SimCity 5 on crack, what we should have gotten.
Yeah,
Right?
City Skylines. If you are really into this, like chill kind of city management sim kind of thing,
Ugh.
it is so good.
It sounds so boring.
Oh, it's so
I'm
good.
sorry.
It's a guy. It's a.
I'm sorry.
It's
Being
a
a
boy
city
with
manager,
Legos.
being a city manager sounds very boring. I will
Listen,
destroy
listen.
something. I will
Let-
punch in your
let me
face.
tell
I
you.
do not want to tell you where the waterworks go.
When you build a city and you put the residential over here, and then you
Ugh.
put a lane that everybody
It's
has
not
to take
getting better,
over
Zio.
to the industrial side, and then you just put toll road, toll road, toll road, toll road, toll road, all the way through and charge a max. Let me tell you, they really, really like you. Especially after they've spent like $3,000 on tolls
just to get to work. Sounds like actual government.
Sounds like something I would do.
It sounds so dull.
Or you could just make them ride an
It's a guy thing. Don't worry about it, Meg.
When my husband gets home, I will ask him. I'll be like, "Hey, do you want to play a game where you just like build a city and then just manage it, like
Yes.
like a
It's a lot of
politician?
fun.
You know, you just
Yeah.
you just
I
just
guarantee you,
manage
he'll
it.
be like, "That sounds interesting."
I doubt it, but you know what? That's fine. I could be proven wrong, and that would be one of the moments where I'm
I
like,
don't know.
oh, you know what? I feel
Show
like
Bad
him
girls
thing.
would
show him a
listen.
trailer of it first. Don't just do vocal.
Okay.
All right,
But anyway,
send me a trailer. I will show it to him, and I will report back next week.
Okay, hang on. I got something better I can send you. Better than the trailer.
Actual gameplay, because I mean,
No, better than that even.
oh dear. Okay. All right. I mean, I'm gonna show it
but
to him.
anyway. So Team Kill Media, we create games for gamers. Also, Team Kill Media, no, don't game like that. Only game how we dictate. But yeah. So this is the new Dino Crisis that's on the horizon. They don't want people to mod it, and I desperately want somebody to mod it.
And the thing is,
And I want them to mod something very lewd, just for shits and giggles.
I sent it into the group chat, Zio.
Okay.
Oh, what are we doing in the group chat? I didn't pay
And
attention.
I mean, I don't. It's not that I don't sympathize with their.
I've been following your work for a long time. Likewise, except for the.
I probably can't play this.
Fine, whatever. I'll DM it.
This
Dude,
this is somebody's skit.
Okay.
That's
Well,
not
we're
even
reacting to it, but
creative.
we're not really reacting to it. No, that's true. All right,
Yeah,
I
but I don't
DM'd it
feel
to
like
you, Meg.
going with it.
Okay. I mean, well, okay.
But yeah, there'll be dinosaurs, somebody with purple hair, and
the thing is that I'm not even unsympathetic to their desires. I'm just saying this is not the way to go about getting what you want or don't want.
no, it's one of those things where you shouldn't break the golden rule of the internet. And for
Well,
those
you
who
shouldn't
don't
break that. You
know,
shouldn't.
the golden rule of the internet is you don't tell the internet what it can and can't do.
Yep.
Yes, that's
Because
very. It's
4chan
very
is full
stupid.
of autists who will do the absolute opposite of what you've said.
Yeah, everything that you've told people not to do. Also, we're Americans, and that's just how we roll. Apparently,
Yeah.
we are kind of
that too.
rebellious folk. So, it makes no sense to. I mean, to tell the teacher. It doesn't matter if Timmy punched you. You don't go and like snitch to the teacher unless you think it's actually going to get the result that you want. This is something that will not get the result that you want. This is a bad idea. This is not the way to go about it. It's just stupid and it makes you look weak. So, I mean, yeah, like I said, I'm not unsympathetic to the desire, but yeah, this is
You're getting Sony
this is
money.
ineffective. And
They're getting Sony money. This is a PS exclusive.
Yep.
Not an Xbox. Honestly, I don't think anybody's going to care enough, really, for it to go anywhere.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be one of those games with very mediocre, if anything, failed to meet expectations kind of deal.
yeah.
So,
All right.
but yeah, I just thought it would. I'm sorry. I just happened to have saw that and was just like, you don't tell the internet what to do.
Right.
It's just
Because
stupid. It's just stupid.
That's just dumb.
It's like,
And
what's the
somebody-
best way to make sure that somebody tries to mod my game and make it vulgar? Oh, I
And
know. I'll tell them not to do
somebody
it.
is
Yeah,
going to
right.
do fan art of this game, and it's going to be another mouthwash against it.
Yeah, and
Except
somebody's
for
going to have a
these
freaking
developers
meltdown.
aren't going to stand behind the fan art's back. They're going to also be throwing them in the fire along with it.
Well, I mean, it's just this is like the most humorless person, you know. Like we take ourselves so seriously. Like, okay,
We are
clearly you don't deal with
artists.
gamers.
This is one of those moments I wish I knew how to draw still, so I could just do it myself and then reply to it with it. But I don't. Yeah.
So Can we take another round or
Another round already? We just had a round.
Yeah, but we just did another segment. That's how it works, right?
Okay.
Stop.
plus? I got a bunch of stuff you guys would like, and
Don't stop. I just brought it up.
No,
I know.
she said stop. So
Stop it is.
okay, hold on. Mute it.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. I didn't know we were this uptight about copywritten songs. So
Well, yeah, I prefer not to nuke my channel. Getting a thing every 30 or every 90 days is one thing.
that's why Rumble's better.
I know, right?
Like
I'm just like, I don't even
And
know.
what's we know what sucks
I
about
still
this the
use that
most?
channel for personal use.
The music really makes this clip.
Well,
wait. Pause it. Can you
don't you have, like, a
mute
couple seconds?
mute it on the stream's end so that we can hear it, but they can't?
Well,
I have no idea how to do that.
the answer
Play
is
the damn
no to
clip.
that.
I am not an audio engineer, Chad.
Neither am I, and I can do it.
Listen, people hire people for that. I don't have that kind of money yet. Oh,
I guess
the
it's
bottle rockets guy. That is pretty
What?
He's got like bottle rockets attached to the front of his bike, and
This is why
no.
women live
This
longer.
isn't. This is not bottle rockets, Theo.
These are
They're-
mortars.
Full
they're
on fireworks.
Yeah.
They're fireworks.
Heck yeah.
And this is why women live longer.
Yes,
Just saying.
yeah. This is I mean, look, he's got a whole camera crew there. I've seen
Yeah.
this same clip in like 15 different angles at this point. It's pretty cool, though. Not gonna lie.
I know.
Yeah,
No, this
This
is
how we
why
do the 4th of
guys
July
go out in
America.
blazes of glory. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys die sooner, but you also go out in blazes of glory and you build things. So there is
Well,
that.
it's a lot
but
of fun.
I'm just saying.
So.
Yeah, it'd be a little greater if it had music, but better. You can just mute this in post.
There is no post. It's live.
It's a live show, dude.
No. When the stream's over, you can go back in. It's this magical thing called YouTube Studio.
Yeah, I don't know how
I
to
don't use
use
that.
that. I tried using it once, and I wound up apparently cutting the entire stream out by accident. No joke. I highlighted the offending part, which was Chad saying a word, right?
But
Of
wasn't an
course.
accurate
Okay,
word. That's
let's
what
mute
matters.
this. And then when it finally finished, like 3 days later, it came back and everything in the stream was muted but the word. I was just like, I did this in reverse. How did I do that?
That's great. When you said 3 days later, I was like, that should have been instant. What?
Yeah, I know. It took it 3 days to do its thing.
Honestly, that was so short, it might not pick up. As far as hitting you with the bat.
No, it does. The thing picks up on 9-second clips, apparently.
Yeah, that was
And
the
we'll
9
try to
seconds that you
claim
played,
that
though,
shit.
right?
That's new. I didn't know that.
Yeah, YouTube is very, what's the word?
Too
Dicks?
slow. Yeah.
Dickish. Yeah.
Uptight. I guess.
Uptight. They're
Why
very...
are we even on YouTube anymore?
Because as much as everybody wants it to not be the biggest thing, it's still the biggest thing.
That's stupid. Go to
Yeah,
Rumble.
well, I am on Rumble.
No, I'm talking about viewers.
Oh, well, they are not moving to Rumble.
They really
right.
just... This Code Violet just looks boring.
It does.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
and then to come out and then take yourself so seriously, I just...
Don't dare
you just
mod
seem
our
like...
shit.
Well... We take ourselves so seriously. We are gamers, guys. We are the most informal people. We're rebellious. We're informal. We're just, it's just not the thing. I mean, if anything is going to make you a laughing stock, it is taking yourself too seriously.
Yep. But this was not
All
really. It's related to games, but not directly.
Somebody put it in there.
I did.
Just brought it up. But apparently we've got Grumps here. Government shutting down all DEI offices tomorrow. And it's
Lol.
bigger than you think. That means all DEI government programs, including government and support and funding and DEI programs in the private sector, stops. This is a lot of only the places that are working with the government and wanting a government contract stops.
Well, so here's the thing. Funny thing about this, apparently this is already trickling down to the private sector because I've heard of a lot of companies.
I mean, there's private sector companies that work with the government. In order to get government funding, they have to adhere to what the government wants. So if the government says put DEI, it does DEI. If the government says it doesn't, then it doesn't. But there's
What
also
I'm
a lot
saying
of private
is
entities that don't have government contracts.
what I'm saying
Something
is
like Boeing, it would affect, which is good considering their planes have been falling apart since they've been ramping up their DEI initiative, which I'm sure has nothing to do with it, but I think it has everything to do with it.
What I'm saying is companies that aren't looking to get contracts have been going, well, if they're doing it, we should probably do it too.
Oh yeah, I mean it is happening to a lot of places. I think Costco is holding out right now. So I keep seeing a lot of people saying, go work shop where they're not afraid to hire you bullshit or something. And it's like, you do realize how bad that sounds. It's like, by the way, because of the color of your skin or your sex, we don't think you can make it in a standard workplace without this program.
I mean, that's the whole thing
that is
about
so sexist and racist on so many levels.
Oh yeah,
just I don't understand why you think this is a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the biggest thing I heard about deportation was who's going to clean your toilets and pick your food. And I'm like,
yeah, that was also pretty racist too. I'm just like,
right?
You said that with a straight face? Okay.
Like, I'm sorry, wait, are you the good guy in this story?
It's like, you do realize this was the argument for freeing of slaves. Who's going to pick your cotton was a phrase.
Heard a report earlier today that there's this area over in New York City where apparently like most of the businesses are currently just shutting down, and they're food-oriented businesses and stuff because 70% of their workforce is now getting deported.
Oh yeah, no, New York is terrible about illegal work, and the funny thing is they have a huge unemployment problem.
Like, maybe you should try hiring other New Yorkers then.
Right?
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is that this is the whole, having illegals like, oh, well, you want illegals to do these low-wage jobs. And I'm like, well, why are they doing all of these low-wage jobs? You know why? It's because they cannot afford, they don't have the skills, and they don't have the confidence to be able to go out and get higher paying jobs. So what they're trying to do is import a second class caste that will be underneath them forever. These people that they can pay these low wages and give them these slave wages as if that's okay, and act like they're the good guys in this story. And it's that nobody hears them, that these people don't hear themselves, and how offensive that is.
No,
and how
they
cruel
don't.
it is
and these
to want these people to. Yeah, and
like,
to want
saying, like the one that's like, who will clean our toilets and stuff, and it's like, you know how degrading and demeaning like all that is.
Yeah,
well,
not just
it's
that.
It's also degrading and demeaning to actually be a DEI hire. That when
like,
Trump said that Kamala was a DEI vice president,
she
no
was.
lies detected. No lies detected. The problem, everybody, all these journalists were getting like all kinds of butthurt and offended, like, how dare you? And I'm like, you guys are the ones who are telling us that DEI is such a good thing. It is the bestest ever. So I don't understand why you're so offended. You have to explain to me why DEI is a bad thing, because you're saying that all of these people should be hired through DEI and how great an idea it is. If it's offensive to be a DEI hire, you have to explain your case now, Kimosabi, because I'm confused.
Well, not just that, but okay, so here's the thing. There's even a third caste in that system. So you got like the people hiring DEI, right? You got
Mm-hmm.
the DEI hires,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got one even below that. And that would be all the Americans that literally cannot get a job because they're not in the DEI system. Yeah. I know this because I know several of them that cannot find a job. They're qualified, totally qualified, not getting hired for anything for the past year. I
Oh no,
looked myself too. Just like, I got 10 years of security, several years of IT experience, not gotten a call back to any job I've applied to in the past 2 years.
Well, no, they could hire somebody who wasn't here legally for cheaper.
Yeah.
Or you didn't fit the right, you should have said you were trans.
These are entry level. I'm disabled.
Yeah, it's not enough. You're a white guy. You've got trans first.
I know.
If you say you're a trans man,
it's not the.
If you say you're a trans, this is how you game the system. Okay.
Then you'd be beautiful
you
as well.
say you're a trans man.
I am beautiful.
And then leave out the fact that you were never a woman to begin with. You check the box then. See? And you're disabled. Check another box. And then you say you're Polish or something. That checks a colored box.
No, just say Hispanic.
So, no, because they'll look at you and say it's not true. You can say you're Polish. That checks
quarter.
the colored box while being white. Right? Or
I'll have Thomas be my daddy.
Over there. So you've got like 3 check boxes right there. You're about to be a gold mine, the best employee ever, employee of the year for DEI.
You're the fastest ever.
Yeah, I hate.
There's ways around it. You just have to think about it for a second.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's literally just beyond horrible.
It's speaking of gaining the system. It's like that. What was it? It was that job fair that they held for women and non-binary.
Yes, that was the best.
People. And I was like, because I remember they were starting those up, right? And I was like, I think I was talking to Chad when I was talking about it.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's
they got sued.
Of time before a bunch of guys show up and claim they're non-binary or trans.
That's what happened.
And then it finally fucking happened,
great.
and they melted down over it.
And they were like, "What are all these men doing here?"
It's like they're non-binary.
I'm like, well, who are you to tell them?
They're clearly not. You can't tell them that.
Are you assuming their gender?
Are you telling them their truth? It was good times, man. That was so great.
Oh, it was beautiful. I loved it.
I honestly don't understand anyone who would gladly accept being hired under a DEI program. It's like, have you no shame? Have you no pride? I
would be questioning why I was there to begin with, and it's funny because you'll occasionally run into stories from these people who found out that they were the DEI hire, right before all this.
Yeah,
it's just like, well, they hired me in for this, and they did all this stuff, and we did these pictures and promotionals and stuff, and it's been 3 months, and they haven't invited me to a meeting. They haven't sent me I'm here, but I don't do anything. It's like, yeah, that's because you were the DEI hire, weren't you? And then she'll get to the part where I think I'm the DEI hire, and I don't know how I feel about that.
The way you're supposed to feel about it is offended, because they have offended you. They have said that you are not good enough to actually do this job, but they're going to just put your picture up there because you check a box, because you're
on every pamphlet,
but you're not really good enough.
You're
not really competent enough.
Yeah,
you're on every pamphlet.
Some companies create.
See you.
Jeez, Rohna, you were shouting like crazy.
Beyond that,
some companies create these positions just to hire somebody to check those boxes.
Well, I mean, that's also what a lot of our government agencies are doing right now too. They're shuffling people around because they're having to get rid of this bloat, and they don't want to.
Yep.
So they already shuffling in and changing titles and stuff to try and avoid Trump's, iron fist.
Well, they already caught several agencies trying to rebrand the DEI programs.
Yeah.
And now they're looking to actually go into these. Whoever gave that order is looking at litigation problems for.
Well, I hope they get fired is what needs to happen.
Yeah, firings are going to
Because
come.
we live in the day of the internet, and it's
Yep.
really easy to track you now
Yeah.
when you do things like that. This may have been an easy thing to do back in 1980, not in 2025, when you suddenly have a directive, you need to get rid of this, and then the next day, somebody's now no longer the chief DEI officer, they're just the chief officer of something.
Well,
And
the
then this
thing
whole
is,
new branch has shown up out of nowhere overnight. It's like,
they're
yeah,
they're
those are
used to
still the
getting
people. It's time to get rid of you.
well, they're used to getting away with things by going, well, technically, and we go, whatever, dude. And we've just
Now we're not doing
been
that.
those
We're
people.
like, no,
The
we're
thing is that
not.
apparently people are sick of it now. We're like, you know
Oh,
what?
yeah.
You guys have been playing semantic games entirely too long. I don't care anymore. I don't care.
But also at the
You're
same
gone.
time, I'm really hoping that Trump is playing a game of semantics when it comes to the Gulf of America. Because I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure there's a law right now that says that we can't drill for oil or something in the Gulf of Mexico. But now that he's renamed it as
Oh.
the Gulf of America, we can play the
Ooh.
game of semantics against them. No, you can't drill in the Gulf of Mexico. The Gulf of what? I'm sorry, that doesn't exist. This is the Gulf of America now. What?
We won't. It's like,
Yeah,
cool.
what
We
you're
won't drill there. We
signing
won't drill in
is
Narnia
talking
either.
about the
So.
Gulf of Mexico, so you're going to have to go find that wherever that is and go protest over there. This is the Gulf of America, where it is totally legal to drill.
Yes.
And
You
I
know what?
really hope
I
that
am.
happens. Like, I'm
I am
down
okay
for
with
that.
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Texas about to get a whole new section of drill.
like I'm looking forward to playing that game of semantics right back at this point.
And Britain's like, oh, we're not going to identify the Gulf of America as an actual thing. I was like, I'm sorry, who the fuck are you, 1776?
Listen, I have a sticker that says "Unfuck the Gulf." I was on that side of that back in the day. It's on my old PC in the closet there if anyone wants to see it. But just so you can see where my actual leanings are.
Yeah.
Oh,
In
how
case
far I
anybody
have
was in
gone.
any way confused.
Yeah, how far I have gone to the other side, apparently. So let's talk about this. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 was not eligible for Best Picture at the Oscars. Wait, really? Oh, yeah, didn't we talk about this already?
This was
No.
something new. I guess it's official. No, they weren't.
No,
it
we did
wasn't,
not.
It wasn't the Oscars. It was something else. But
Yeah,
this
we
is
got snubbed for something else,
What is
too.
going on with this?
Yeah, here's the thing. Is anybody surprised? The Oscars have their official statement is no animated film will ever win Best Picture. That is their
Yeah.
official stance. Is anybody
Why?
surprised?
No. If that's their, I've never really watched the Oscars because I don't really. give a
I
damn about
don't,
it,
but
so
I got family
don't
that
keep
does,
track
and
of it.
I get gleams of things from the Oscars, and the Oscars official stance is no animated film will win Best Picture. They might win Best Animated Picture,
Yeah.
Best animated picture.
but they
Oh,
won't. They will never be Best Picture. The Oscars is
No.
very prudish and pointless because it's all a dog and pony show.
Well, I mean, it to me, it always felt like watching people. It's like watching a company give internal awards. Like best
Pretty much.
manager and best desk puller. Like just because like this guy was the best bus driver, I'm like, okay, good for you, but like I'm not in this union. I don't know why I'm here.
I mean, the best thing
Because
that
you
ever
got-
happened at the Oscars was
Ricky
I think,
Gervais.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he nailed it on the head with that opening too. Like, holy crap. That monologue was the best thing that's been in the Oscars probably since its inception.
Angie Ha, welcome to the stream. Didn't know you were talking about Nick denigrating Destiny. Yeah, well, it was a last minute addition, to be totally honest, because Chad sent me the the link about Nick, and then I ran across the things
Hey,
about
Misfit.
Destiny as I was starting up everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a last minute thing, and it was at the start of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe next time. I mean, I doubt this person's going away.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks for somebody letting me know it was Misfit. I kind of figured when Chad was like, "Hi, Misfit," and I was like, "Oh, okay. Why isn't it Misfit?"
It is in the Rumble chat. I'm looking at it saying Misfit Electronic
It's
Gaming.
not over on my side. Really?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Why
Dun,
isn't it in
dun, dun.
Streamlabs like that?
Streamlabs is apparently
Where's it
trying
getting
to spill the
Angie Ha
secrets.
from?
That's
You're
her
doxing this
username.
person.
Oh, is that what it takes? I didn't know that. I learned something new.
We
I
apologize
just
to you,
bounced
Misfit.
over to take a look.
This is why I use OBS, but nobody wants to ever fucking learn anything.
Dude, OBS is
Well,
great.
no,
I
can
didn't know
use
anything.
OBS
That's the only
too,
thing I
but
use.
getting us the way we are and as fluid as it
The way we are.
is a nightmare in OBS unless it's pre-set up.
True. I won't even argue
everybody
that.
to be on for
Well,
me
no.
to have cameras on prior to that to set everything up. And
See what you started, Chad?
No, because Zio said
You broke-
Streamlabs, not StreamYard, like a dipshit.
Oh.
So
I'm
I'm going
talking
off.
about
I'm going
Streamlabs.
off of him saying Streamlabs.
Yeah, I'm talking about OBS in general. It's a pain to set OBS to.
Oh no, I agree. I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, using Studio with it is not that bad anymore. I'll be at 100.
Studio doesn't give me a lot of control.
I was about to say, I still think Yard is better.
No, you're fine, Misfit.
Yeah, she's kind of right. It is the same thing. New round?
No, we're good right now. Let's move on. We can't do
That's
that
not the
after
rules.
every single thing.
Well, that was the rules, though.
That was two things, by the way. It was Grums and Sonic.
Well, we're
So,
going to go
wait,
through
I don't-
Helldivers, and then we can do another thing.
All right,
so,
Daddy.
So wait. So why specifically won't Sonic be at the Oscars? Like, you didn't explain that. You said, "Oh, I think we talked about this," and I'm
I
like,
don't
"No,
know,
we
because
didn't."
It doesn't tell us.
It doesn't
Nobody
tell
leaked
us.
that info.
There's no reason.
I'm
Well,
telling
I can't
you.
be mad about no reason.
I'm telling you the reason. The reason is
standards for. Oh, I bet it's a DEI requirement.
Yeah.
That was their problem with the other thing too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Standard on-screen representation, themes, narratives. One of the lead actors, significant supporting actors from an underrated racial ethnic group. At least 30% of actors in minimum roles are from at least two. Okay.
Idris Elba is black. Knuckles is black, if that helps.
Knuckles isn't black.
The voice actor.
Knuckles is red. Yeah, it was a DEI thing.
Yeah.
Pure.
That's why the Oscars
They didn't check enough boxes for them.
Wait, it says so. According to the Brave AI, it says it's ineligible for Best Picture award, not ineligible for just everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could run Best Animated Picture.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I'm actually was looking at Zomboid. I might talk Chad into it.
I'm sorry. I was the one that was trying to talk you into it, and you were like,
Listen, people. I am talking Chad into it. He has nothing to do with talking.
You know what, Zio? You're
it.
right. You're right. I'm just being such a fickle bitch about it.
See, there he is. Actually, I was just looking at it earlier before the stream and was like, that actually might not be half bad. Chad might have to get me into this.
I tried to before, and you just kind of brushed it away. I was like, okay.
Yeah, well, I've seen bits and pieces of it, and I was just like, yeah, it's whatever. And then I watched a video from somebody else and realized that it was The Sims. with zombies, and I was like, you know what? Never mind. I kind of like that.
I mean, ish.
So
I think Misfit's trying to make the case and trying to get you guys into it. So
yeah. Week 1 mod is the best one.
we would all have to play when you get it. Oh, dun dun dun.
Win, yeah.
Yeah, that
All
might
right,
be next
so
month.
it didn't click or it didn't check all the boxes for DEI. So let's go ahead and pick another thing
Well,
here.
from what I see, that's not actually the case. It's not eligible because it didn't stop. Let's see. It must open in commercial motion picture theater in at least one of 6 U.S. metropolitan areas and complete a minimum qualifying run of 7 consecutive days in the same venue. I don't know how it didn't do this.
I'm pretty sure it did all the things. That's why. That's why people were asking. What made it ineligible, right?
Yeah, and
And
I'm
then
telling you,
somebody
it's
linked the
they hate
standard
animated
entry
film.
and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
you've got these additional qualifiers that they added to the lists because they wanted to keep things like the stuff that Matt Wash or whatever does. And I think that was Matt Wash.
He's just a dour dude.
And anything
For no
else that
reason.
would be considered conservative media
Yeah,
out of the Oscars. So they had added these qualifiers that they knew would only come from the artsy side of things.
Well, no, I mean they were different sort of qualifiers though. They weren't like you need to have this many black people in it or something like that.
I mean, at least 30% of all
For Best
actors
Picture?
not submitted for Oscar consideration are from at least 2 underrepresented groups, which may include main story and subject matter, the main story and themes or narrative of the film.
Oh
Is
my gosh.
centered around.
yeah. I was gonna say, yeah. No, they definitely are like.
Yeah, they straight up. I can't remember who it was. This change happened like a few years back, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
after
some
Oscar's So
movie
White, right?
was knocking it out of the park, and then it got snubbed at the Oscars, and everybody was like, "What the fudge?"
What movie?
We're like,
got
"Oh,
snubbed?
by the way, didn't you read the new rules?" And that's what killed it from being part of the Oscars.
What movie?
I can't remember what it was, but it
Okay.
was knocking it out of the park, and it was not a movie they wanted to, do so well. I can't remember what it was. I just
Joker?
remember it was around a
Was
movie.
it Joker?
Actually, it might have been. I don't know.
They're just making themselves so irrelevant. Because I mean, the
But
more
it
that
was a
the
movie
more
they
that
were
the
pissing their pants over. It did really well. They didn't want it to do well. And then it got snubbed at the Oscars. And like, oh yeah, here's the new documentation of what is required to actually be Best Picture and stuff. And everyone rolled their eyes and was like, really?
yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Or that. Okay. Da 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 da.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Sorry, I died.
Yeah.
That's okay, man.
Like, I'm sure everybody saw me go down. Well, not them. I deleted myself first, but Meg and Chad probably watched me just die forward.
No, I did. I got you. I got this on full screen. So, new round. Don't you? You said new round.
I was trying to find it. I had it somewhere. All right.
My wife asked me to pass her lip.
Go ahead. It's fine.
Okay.
The other day, my wife asked me to pass her lipstick, so I handed her a glue stick. Oh, she's still not talking to me.
These are a collection of dad jokes.
You know what's better than Tennessee? 11 a C.
Oh, I hope y'all can hear it because they're whispering.
They're whispering. I know.
I hear it.
They're in a hunting.
This weekend, but it didn't stay long. There's something fishy about that place.
If you can't hear it, you can read it.
You're trying to catch a fish. Why do cows wear bells? Because their horns don't work.
Look, y'all, someday I want to be a dad. I got to train.
Oh, Chad. There's no training. It just happens. Trust me.
Well, I mean, for dad
That's
jokes.
just how it works. It just suddenly a dad joke leaves your mouth, and you're like, "What the hell?" And then she's like, "I'm pregnant." And it's like, "Yeah, I found out 5 minutes ago."
Interviewed a guy yesterday. I asked him, I said, "Can you perform under pressure?" He said, "No, but I can sing Bohemian Rhapsody." I said, "We'll call you."
I said, "We'll call you."
There's your live act.
That's the end of it.
That one's free. The next one's free 99.
Free 99. Go on.
Dad jokes. They're fantastic.
I love them.
There's a streamer that I like to watch, and the chat has discovered the joy of dad jokes and paying him to read them on stream, and he just dies the entire time. It's so fun.
Oh, that's
It's
ingenious.
honestly a very good. It's a very good grift, honestly.
We have some amazing news about the blocked regions. It appears that Sony and Steam have finally come to terms on what to do with these regions. If you look towards the bottom right, you'll notice that prior to this, there were 177 restricted countries.
North Korea, I could see that.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised anybody in. No, wait. Is that even a blocked region? I don't know. I can't tell by the list.
Well, hit play because I don't think these are blocked regions. These are unblocked regions.
Let's now check out what it looks.
Oh, okay. So, because I think it's Helldivers, but somebody had released a map for a game, and all the little light up areas is where people were playing said game from.
Yeah.
And there was one dot from North Korea. And I was like, that is Kim Jong-un, isn't it? Playing.
Yep.
Oh, bastard. He's playing it and let nobody else touch it.
Rocket Man's like my game. I'm the best in North Korea.
Pushing the number down to 133 countries from 177. The list can be seen here, and just to name a few, there are
Okay, so
Island,
these are the bands.
Bermuda, and so on. As of making this video, if we check out the main Helldivers 2 Steam DB page, head over to the left side, specifically the History tab, it shows that they've changed something here. If we take a closer look, it says that 50 minutes ago, they've updated the change list, stating that they've removed countries, including the acronyms for those countries, and also deleted the EULA. Now, of course, there are still regions that are blocked. I'm sure some of you will be disappointed about this. However, you shouldn't feel that way at all. The reason is that it shows they're finally looking into regions, and hopefully in due time, we'll see more regions unlocked.
So
I'm Sony.
So here's the thing. I don't think this was done in good faith. I think this was done
in bad faith.
Oh no, go on.
I think this was done because the game is losing players and they need more people for the game to function properly. So they were like, how do we get an injection of people? Let's unlock those regions.
I don't know. I think it's still holding decently strong.
Well, I think that they see that
50 grand is not.
Well, when you tell people that they can't play, they can't play, then those are people that can't play, which means that these are people. This is revenue. These are revenue streams that you're not getting. Ergo, locking people out is just a dumb idea. So, yeah,
they fell down
to
around the 23 to 30 some mark after all the bullshit that had happened, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, 50 something is actually pretty good.
It would be
compared to what it had fallen to.
That one up to 50
all the bullshit that happened, right? And then they launched
the update. They added the new race,
and Yeah, I guess that was about that time, right?
Yeah, and
When
then
people were playing, and it's dwindling back down to the 50,000 mark. It looks
yeah,
like here, which is still better than what it had been after all the bullshit. But right now, Helldivers is in this weird location where I'm like, I don't trust you guys anymore.
I don't same.
For
I don't trust them.
for the fact that I guess it was the guy who's in charge now is like all this bullshit. It's done. We're done with it. Right? Balancing for the
Mhm.
sake of balance. We're done with that.
Sure, you are.
We're done with the DEI bullshit and all this other crap. But at the same time, those same community managers who are upset because people don't like their furry art are still there, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
And the people who caused that shitstorm are still there, as far as I'm aware. There's been no, statement that says these people that caused this bullshit no longer work for the company, which makes me wishy-washy about trusting anything at this point in time now when it comes to Helldivers. Because it's like, you had a fun game. I absolutely loved it. I played a shit ton of it. I loved it so much I bought it twice, for fuck's sake. Then you pulled
That's a
all
lot of
this
buying.
bullshit about
Yeah.
PSN sign-ins, which for me, on one hand, didn't matter because I have a PS5, right? Me signing
Mhm.
into PSN, no problem. The thing I had an issue with is the fact there was no reason for me to do so because you don't have cross progression. There was zero reason for me to want to link my accounts because I can't play it cross progression. I have to start again on the other side, which is bullshit. If you're going to force a sign in on my console or on my PC to my console, you better have some motherfucking cross progression going on to where I log in and all my shit's unlocked on both sides. But anyway, after they pulled all their bullshit and stuff, and I can't tell if the guy is actually trying to make amends now and bring it back, or if we're just doing this. Hey, here's some of the things you were mad about. We're going to stop doing that.
You
Don't
like this,
look
right? Yeah.
here, but you like this, right? Just don't look over here.
Yeah.
Kind of shenanigans at this
Will
point.
this make you happy? You like this, right? Yeah. It's that
Well,
kind
see
of thing.
that's why I'm saying I don't trust that they're unlocking these countries for any other reason other than to try and bolster their numbers.
Well, yeah, and I don't disagree that that's probably the best way to bolster numbers.
I
if
think
you're
me and Zio
trying
just
to.
That is
drank
when they
in
got their
unison.
that's when they locked out those countries with the PSN stuff. That was their biggest hit.
Yeah.
At first, that just dropped it back when
Yeah,
they
it's
had
like,
done
hey,
match.
here's a good idea. Let's ban some people from playing it. Like, why? But
Because they exist in other countries. No reason. They didn't break
it
any
was
laws or EULA or anything. They just fuck those guys.
Well,
yeah, it was
they
such a
don't have
weird thing to
access to
do.
PSN.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
And if Sony decided they needed access to PSN, where is it?
Yeah,
There.
that was really weird. It
Yeah,
was just it
which
was such a weird
was
thing to do.
shortly after. You can see it right here.
Yeah.
When they had all those countries and everybody was having fun and stuff, we were
Yep.
topping a $500,000 on the PC side of things. And
Yeah.
then when they locked them out, we dropped down below 100,000. And then
Dropped
they had all
below
that bullshit
50,000.
about their moderators and everything else coming out, and other people who were on the team going, "Well, this game is, woke, and you guys don't know what you're talking about, and stop having fun with our things." They dwindled down further and further until they pretty much hit that 30 to 40 mark.
Yeah.
And then they stayed there for the longest time. And then they released the new race, bumps back up. Now they're releasing some countries, bringing them back into the fold to bring up those numbers again. So it's one of those, this is what you like. We're going to stop balancing for no reason. And we're going to bring these people back. You like this, just don't look over here. Okay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's why I'm a little bit on edge when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just they totally screwed themselves over on this, and it was It was so unnecessary, and it's just sad. Everybody was having a good time, and then they decided, you know what would be a good idea, and it was not a good idea. So,
No. Zio
yeah,
about to
get lost
report
in
the
others.
dad jokes.
I was about to report dad jokes. My bad.
About to report me for sending dad jokes.
It was bad dad jokes. Bad.
Yeah, most of those are comedy videos, by the way.
No, that's fine. That works. Anyway, so Capcom is experiencing with generative AI to create the hundreds of thousands of unique ideas needed to build in-game environments. Okay.
I don't understand what they mean by that per se. Do they mean that the AI will generate the environments like RNG, or
experimenting with?
I don't care about you, IGN. You can fuck a duck. Anyway,
like I'm not quite following the headline.
do you know how? What's that space game we like? No Man's Sky.
Yeah, No Man's Sky
generates its environments.
I assume it pulls from a
library and just keeps adding
yeah,
on to
keeps
randomizing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind of
it's
like how
basically
old
like
Diablo
advanced
2
Tetris.
map works.
Yeah.
Pulls from a library, smashes it all together, creates an environment.
Yeah.
Now have AI do it.
I wonder how that would.
Well, I mean, it doesn't it do that anyway? I mean,
Well,
but it's just more aggressive
there's been
now.
a rudimentary way of doing it.
Yeah, there's a
But with
finite
generative AI. It doesn't need, this to put it into an environment, right? The whole thing to put it on somebody's head or whatnot.
It can take the shapes
to make
and
a
stuff.
thing. It can take a triangle or something, and then suddenly turn that into a cat ear and stick it on somebody's head, and and it can do it like infinite possibilities, infinitely quicker than other things.
Yeah, I mean that's
If
the thing
that
is,
makes sense.
I thought that's what it was hinting at, but the way they worded it was weird. That was it, really. I mean, I just thought it was kind of something like it was newsworthy. It was kind of neat. It didn't fully grasp it, so I was like, "Here, Zio, good luck."
Well, yeah, I'm trying to pull the actual definition so it makes more sense real quick. But generative AI uses generative models to produce text, images, videos, and other forms of data based on patterns learned from training data. This model can be fine-tuned for specific tasks and applications. Generative AI uses a variety of applications such as chatbots, text-to-image generators. It's like it's like the difference between like a dynamic and a static IP type
Yeah.
thing, where this is more dynamic, where the static is, we've got all these placeholders here, and that path is an L. That path's always going to be an L if it uses this particular placeholder. But with generative AI, now that path can, split into a Y or something instead.
Yeah, I wonder what the parameters would be, because I mean the thing is that AI still has to be set. It's basically like winding something up and setting it on a path and letting it go. So I'm curious as to what the parameters are and how free flowing it's allowing this AI to be. Like if it'll start quote unquote creating things that have not been in game before, like things that the creators had never seen before. Like that.
Well,
that's where it gets kind of crazy.
Well, I
But
think that this is going to be wholly the I see in-game environments. So I think what we're going to have is
so
maps that are ever changing.
No, from what I gather from the headline, they're going to be using it as a tool to help them build the maps. Right?
Yeah.
So right now, what are they doing? They're placing every individual asset, every little chest, every little ladder, every little board, things like that. They can say, AI, Here's what I need. I need a coastline with a dock, a couple of ships out there. Needs to be worn down, and mountain. There's going to be mountains off to the side here, and we'll have a path that leads up to it, and then the AI makes it, and then they go in and fine tune it.
I was
which
about
would
to
save
say
them hundreds of hours of work.
possibly the thousands, but yeah, because I remember. Okay, so when they were talking,
I don't have a problem with it.
Neither do I.
Because the dubbing community fucked that up.
Yep.
So I'm no longer in anybody's boat when it comes to AI. Use AI, go ham. Have at it.
I remember hearing about this in Blend. It was one of the like 3D modeling programs where you could use
Blender?
the AI. I don't know. I think it was Blender. You could use the AI assistant. It would generate what you want generally, and then from there you can kind of fine tune it. It saves a lot of hours, and also it has like
because they're doing the same thing in that art one too. What's it called?
Adobe.
Yeah, Adobe. There we go. Because they're using like a lot of artists and stuff. A lot of their programs actually have access to AI assistants now.
Yeah.
As much as they probably don't want to tell you about it.
Yeah.
And they may protest using it, but there are plenty of people who are using it. So, it is what it is. Where it will help fill in.
I'm just straight abusing it.
And then they could be straight abusing it.
No, I am.
Well,
the AI's like, train me, daddy.
Yeah, it's that makes me concerned, but like this is what I do for a living, so.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Meg. I shouldn't be so excited.
Well, so
it's different for art. I try not to use AI art.
But the thing is that it's going to happen. Like there's no way around it. It's going to happen. Fortunately, like I'm perfectly fine with my life. So like
it
my
becomes
job
one of
goes
those
away, I'd be
things
like,
that you
it's
have
fine.
to adapt to.
Well,
it's like
the thing
I
is,
fully plan to cross-train myself into handling automatic rigs and doing what is necessary to keep them running and stuff when that becomes a reality.
Yeah.
Actually, I heard that they're going away
path.
from. I heard they're going away from that.
So, like, I've already started planning ahead of time for AI to take my job, right?
Yeah, but so the thing is with art, like what I do, you get people who think they know what they want, and then you have to translate it, and then when you have to kind of like make it and build it in your mind and then put it together. But the thing is that if I am taken out of that equation, because they're like, well, I don't need the technical skill any longer, I can just say things and then it happens. I think that art is going to get worse because it's going to be because of the fact that you won't have people who have vision per se. They'll just say, I want this, and it does that, and then it does this, and then
I think what you do is you get yourself into a position where you're an AI translator at that point.
No.
So you, instead of hiring 15 artists, you hire one AI translator who then takes your vision and puts it into the AI to give you exactly what you want and fine tune it if necessary. And I think that is the route for artists and graphic designs and stuff like that to probably take, because until you get to the point where AI can dive into somebody's mind and pull the image straight out that they're thinking of, you're still going to need somebody to properly translate it.
So,
and smart people in the business world will get that, and they will have the better graphics, while other people who can't understand that will fall by the wayside.
There's another.
So my thing is, that's fine for quality, but I'm saying that it's going to be so much easier to just say, well, why do I need you? I mean, like for bosses, I guess you could say, people who are looking at the bottom line to just go,
like,
well, they'll say
AI
yeah,
translator.
Yeah, but the thing is that the AI is going to basically get to where it's, easier to understand, and you're able to enter these things, and it really doesn't take very much effort at all.
Nope, they
So,
ran into a problem with that.
how so?
The AIs have started inbreeding.
They have, right?
Yeah, no, that's the actual term they use. Is the AI started inbreeding and trying to train off each other, and it degraded the library so badly that
Mhm.
they realized there will be a need not for artists to. They'll need an artist or a small group of artists to train the AIs, use the AIs, and fine tune what the AIs create, regardless. So,
Yeah.
in truth, if artists want to adapt, they need to not fight it; they need to embrace it.
That's what I was saying. An AI translator. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Translator
until
is not a.
AI can go into my mind and pull the image I'm thinking of, I think they're going to still need at
I
least
think
one
Elon has
person
something for that.
who is capable of being the AI whisperer in the company, who can say, okay, so I need this thing, this banner, it's got to have these on it, it's got to do this, it's got to look like this and stuff like that, who can then go in, tell the AI, okay, I need this, and this. Spit me something out real quick. Okay, that's not going to work. Let's try doing this. Let's reduce this. Let's add that. Okay, that's looking a little better. Let's try it again. You're still going to need somebody who is able to fine tune the AI, which is why I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
you need an AI translator of sorts. And artists are the ones who will, that would be a role for an artist to fill.
Yeah, I
You,
I am
you have
not.
to,
That's the thing. I think that I'm not as optimistic as you are to believe in middle managers. So,
no.
uh,
This
well,
is
this would be more of
basically
a
this would be
top-down directive kind of thing. It's
well, no,
like,
this would be when the middle managers screw up royally,
yeah,
as they always do,
I
and
mean,
then they
they
realize, oh
fire
crap,
everybody. They decide they're going to do it themselves. Everything is
yeah.
below
So yeah,
par.
I mean, what you're talking about is after the crash and the burn
Yeah,
and
I
the
mean,
we've
there's going
gone
to be
through
a
Armageddon and
crash,
everything.
but
So yeah.
yep.
Oh yeah. So I'm just
it's
I'm
happened
just
in other
predicting the
industries
crash.
too.
Yeah.
So, it's like, oh, well, we've got these computers that
By the
can
way,
do it for us and stuff. We don't
somebody,
need these people anymore. And then it crashes and burns. It's like, oh, we still need accountants.
by the way,
Yeah.
somebody out in the world, mark this live stream because we're making a prediction here.
We are.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
the crash and burn, the
Oh,
rehiring of artists.
Okay.
yeah,
I mean, I
yeah.
guess we are.
We
Yeah.
might be. But
You
yeah,
guys,
I
you
mean,
guys actually don't pick up on that, but we make a lot of predictions here, and quite a few have come true.
That's because we're smart cookies and we're also very humble. We're not looking at ourselves constantly.
yeah, well, I mean, we're just following the data. So
I mean, I am.
the logical conclusion. I mean, I still think that until AI until AI is like plugged into your brain and can just make what your vision come true
Neuralink.
Mhm.
instantaneously, you're going to have like some kind of AI whisperer. Now,
Well,
personally, I
even
would like it if they called them the AI whisperers because I think that would be a fantastic job title. But it's probably going to be more like an AI translator or some
Trainer.
bullshit like that, or translator, because what you're doing is you're taking what somebody has told you that they need, and you're telling the AI to do it, and you're translating it for the AI to understand, to fully finally grasp the concept and bring you a finished product.
Or you're training it to do it.
Well, that's what you would do if you feed it your art. You're training it in your style.
Yeah. And then they replace you,
I
Meg.
I am
MEGG
like
2.0.
not yeah. So I'm thinking that it's going to it's just like, have you ever had a conversation with the AI? With one of
Yes.
the AI
A lot of
things?
times.
Yeah.
I get very
It's
bored.
so I mean I like to ask very specific things, and it's very interesting how it quote unquote thinks. Um and that's when I was kind of like, oh, this will never replace a human being. But how long before human beings actually realize that this can't replace them? So yeah,
Okay.
I'm just thinking of like the many broken things that will happen along the way before the realization happens. Because no, it
Oh,
can't replace us because it doesn't think. It's just
Yeah.
not self-aware and
And
in that
unless
trust.
it's
way.
all Skynet on us.
Is that what Neuralinks? By the way, I saw a thing, just a little side thing. I saw a thing about Neuralink where they said that they're working on the possibility of it curing paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that you guys think that's amazing medical breakthrough, but it is fucking terrifying to me. Oh, you missed a payment? Well, I guess you're paralyzed again, bitch.
Oh wow.
That
Yeah,
would
I
be
get
some
all
shit.
Doctor Strange on it, right?
Yeah,
Oh man.
right. Like I was
Ugh.
like, no, no, I will stay paralyzed. You do not get control of my body, Mr. Musk.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is that
just think
like
you can be a happy
My
little
body, their
drone.
choice.
every single the thing is that every single thing that can be used for evil can also be used for good and vice versa.
Yeah.
You know? I mean,
Like I think
guns
it's a
for
great
instance.
medical breakthrough. I think it really is, but I could see the
It can be opened
terrifying
up
Black
for
Mirror.
yes, for horrifying
Yeah.
abuse. This is true. And that's the problem that we have, you know, with everything, you know. I mean, I know people are like afraid of AI and everything. I'm like, this can be a wonderful tool. It can also come and, you know, Skynet us all. So, you know, these are
Yeah.
every time you make something though, it can be used for evil or for good.
Yep.
The best that you can do is safeguard where you can and use
Onward.
responsibly.
Yep.
Pretty much.
That's it.
All right, let's move on. We are 24 hours out tomorrow. What is this?
The Real Game Awards.
The Real Game Awards. Who's doing the Real Game Awards?
You're looking at them.
Shutter.
The Real Game Awards, that was yesterday night.
Yep.
Oh. Wait, did we actually have a Real Game Awards that is?
Yeah,
You know,
Stuttering Craig did it, and it was it was pretty good. I mean,
I
they didn't have like
realize.
a bunch of.
I know we talked about like the Steam Awards being more of the Real Game Awards,
But
I
now
didn't
we
realize
got
somebody was actually doing it.
Yeah, this was actually like a
Basically,
presentation sort of thing.
He literally did this because he was pissed off about the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if
they tried to sue him. Remember,
I would
we
like to
covered
do
that.
that too.
Yep.
They tried to sue him. We covered that.
Yeah, he tried to pull like a Nintendo. Like, you can't use the word Game Awards for an award show.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Oh man.
Might
Like,
be
okay.
So did they have a thing? Do you have to be a member to see it? Is that?
I don't know.
And you hit play on the YouTubes. I don't know if they have something where they do.
I mean,
all
there's the
winners.
videos right there. So
Yeah, the video is there.
These aren't really videos.
yeah, they are.
They're
The
not
one on the
giving me a
first
thing to
page.
click on.
Well, the one
Okay.
on the first page was
Click
a
on
video,
the text.
Right?
Tune in January 23rd.
Oh, there you go.
Let's see. Where X YouTube. This page is not available.
Okay, somebody got it taken down.
Oh, what?
I think it requires a membership.
No, not to watch it.
That sucks. Okay, well, moving on then.
No, I mean, for me to let's see. Well, no, this is the Side Scrollers podcast.
I think
Is
you
their
can watch
channel
it on
down?
Rumble, dude.
Is their channel down?
I think
Possibly.
I think somebody got it taken down. You gonna see if you can find it manually?
Yeah, it's right here on Rumble. It's an
Well,
hour and 12
I
minutes,
am. I'm
though.
just seeing if I can find it on YouTube real quick.
Why? Because YouTube sucks.
Because I want to know if it actually went down or not.
Yeah.
Side Scrollers is up. Okay.
Okay, it's just that link is busted.
That link is just messed up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, they have the Game Awards on it.
Okay, so maybe we can go through the Game Awards next week.
Yeah, maybe that'd be interesting. They had really interesting. They had some fun categories like worst cast grab and
oh, there would have been like a worst gaming journalist for Makante. Or
there was worst gaming journalist. Let's see. I think there was Mercante, there was Calandra, there was Paul Tassi, and there was somebody else whose name I cannot recall.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
All
so
right,
do we want to dedicate a
We'll probably dedicate the whole stream to watching and commentating on this.
Okay, you want to do that next week? Yeah,
next
that
week.
sounds good.
Put it in the thing. Just say no
Well, I
more
mean,
links. This is it for next week.
Yeah, I mean it's probably more in line with what we would think, though. It's not as like egregious as watching something. And they'd be watching and being like, I agree with that, or like, okay, maybe, I guess I can see where they're coming from. I think one thing that was really cool that they did though is that they showed percentages for everything that won. So
Yeah,
like
that
if it
sounds nice.
yeah, I loved that. I just like my nerd self was like freaking out, like, oh my gosh, numbers. So it was really great. I was really excited about it.
Alright.
So it was pretty cool. And there were no speeches, from like, I want to thank all the people who've made this possible. We didn't get any of those because Craig was like, yeah, because nobody cares. And like, you're all right, sir.
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah.
We're good. All right, so this is in 2023. My boyfriend and I quit our jobs to develop our dream video game. So what is this, Chad?
This is the game I tagged you guys in. Basically,
Is this an MMO you want us to do?
hang on, not just that.
Okay.
It looks like Harvest Moon mixed with Minecraft Skybox.
In 2023, my boyfriend and I quit our jobs to develop our dream video game Loftia, a cozy solarpunk MMO inspired by some of our favorite games like Animal Crossing, Minecraft, and The Sims. It's now 2025, and what a
Oh, you said The Sims. You sold me.
it's been.
That immediately turned me off.
I like The Sims.
I hate The Sims.
Look, it's more like it's
Animal Crossing. How's that? Does Animal Crossing tickle your toes?
Not really.
Tickle your toes. That's a game.
It honestly depends on the price point.
Listen,
I mean,
ladies love the Animal Crossing.
Right now it's not. There's nothing price or. I keep wanting to say arrival, release date.
Yeah. So I mean that's fine. I mean it might be good. I mean I don't like Sims as a concept.
Okay, listen.
What about the Animal Crossing?
It's like city. It's like city manager. Just
okay, can't
managers.
It's not like that.
Listen. You can run around town. Your sim gets all the ghosts pregnant, right?
I don't want to do
And
that.
then they get into fights with the werewolves.
I don't want to do that.
Zio's
None
an
of that
idiot.
is stuff I want to do.
Zio's an idiot for starters.
I want to do the opposite of all of that. Like,
yeah, and it's none of those things. That's why he's an idiot. And he's just digging a hole. When they say The Sims,
theoretically
they mean
can do that in The Sims.
When they're saying The Sims, they're talking more of a social aspect of like as if we were playing together.
I don't want to do that either.
Oh well, fuck you too, Meg. I want to play with us. Fine. You know what? I got
let's drag Meg into 7 days and just leave her out in the wilderness.
How about How about we do this? There we go.
Oh man, no, I am a cat. Like I am not social. Like they're like, oh man, I like the friend stuff. I'm like, fine. So, but no, like just the idea of Sims and having all, and it's like a game basically based on like social, making all of these parasocial relationships with things that don't exist, and that bugs me in a special way. I'm like, look, I have enough trouble with live humans. I don't need to like make.
I mean, to be fair, most men don't get a chance to really talk to people because everybody hates us.
Chris
And the thing is, apparently girls
Australia,
don't.
traveled the world to attend gaming conventions, joined a startup accelerator in Silicon Valley, built a team, ran our first alpha playtests, and most importantly, built an incredible supportive community that inspires us every single day. In between,
pause it real quick.
They're better.
I do have to say I hate this type of video.
Did anybody notice that in the game just now? Am I the only one that saw that?
Is there fishing? Can I go fish? Because I like to go fishing.
Okay, what about the gang that just mugged somebody in the alleyway? Did nobody just see that?
We're not going to pay attention to the fact that this gang completely ripped this guy to shreds in an alley. We're going to talk about fishing because fishing.
I mean, it does have fishing and farming.
That is
So-
literally all that Zio cares about.
Look at that.
I'm pretty sure they're building something, but it does look like they're.
It
beating
looks like they're
crap out of
just-
one guy.
they're just
There's a hammer
shaking-
there. So, yeah.
It looks like they're.
I mean, either they're beating someone to death with a hammer or they're building something. Those are the
I
options.
feel like they're running somebody's pockets, is what I think.
I think somebody owes them money.
Yeah.
They're there to collect.
And I'm starting to think that I might be able to push Zio off the cliff. All right.
So are you sure, Meg, that you're not interested in collecting debts? Are you?
Look, I will.
Tom Nook's about to hire you to be his.
But when the cat has to go break a few kneecaps, can the cat break a few kneecaps?
You know what? That does get me closer to wanting to play this game.
All right then. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this style, but it was made for like
Sleepless
TikTok
nights
people.
and stressful periods where we almost gave up, but we never did, and we're so proud of how far we've come. So if you're new here, welcome. We're making Loftia for everyone who wants to live in a cozy multiplayer world where you can be yourself, make new friends, and create your home away from home. We're hoping to release Loftia by the end of this year, and we're so excited to build it together with you. So come join us on our journey. In 2023, my boyfriend and I
Okay. Right, so 2025 release date, maybe.
Okay. I mean, it's cute, so I like that.
Cute, cozy. I mean, we got you to
It's
play
a little-
Sunhaven.
I mean, yeah, Sunhaven is my
Sunhaven
cozy
with me.
game, but I mean, it's not like I'm like listening to it while I'm playing it. I'm literally listening to the news at the same time because I cannot sit
no,
still.
you don't want to listen to the music and drift away while fishing.
That's not
or
how I
anything.
roll. I don't drift away.
But listen, you're gonna have to turn the sound up when you break kneecaps. Trust me.
I know, right?
That kneecap breaking ASMR should be a thing now.
You know what? Somebody actually said
Don't-
that there should be an ASMR of Trump signing executive order.
Oh, okay. I was
Just
thought
the
you were
pen
about to tell me
scratching the
that was a
paper.
real thing that I accidentally discovered. But never mind. All right, let's.
By the way, hang on, real quick before we go on, right?
Uh-huh.
I actually have a video from the future of Meg playing the game.
Something terrible is about to happen to us. Okay. What's up?
Yeah, it's probably something terrible.
It's in private chat. I'm waiting on Zio.
Listen, I have to bring it over first.
Okay.
The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity
Meg, I didn't know you were picking that kind of character.
For he is truly his
All right.
and the
That's for the suit, honestly.
Jew.
It's
And I
snazzy.
strike down upon thee with
Oh, you know we should wear matching suits when we play.
those who attempt to poison
He is such a good actor.
my brothers. And you will know
Like-
my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance.
All right, you might want to pause it before you get struck.
Well, I probably already got it because it was Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction.
Well,
And
no, because we commentated over it. They can fuck
it
off.
doesn't matter. We commentated over the last time they struck it too.
This is why.
Anyway, we're gonna move on because we ain't
Yep.
got long left, and you
Yep.
have zombies to box.
Yep.
GameStop is doing what?
Bringing back the cases.
For what?
Oh, cool. I like that. I like cases.
Yeah. But then you have my reply just right there.
Video games. Yes.
I don't like GameStop because they open the games anyway.
Well, I like
Right.
GameStop because that's where I can get used games without going on eBay. So
Yeah.
and paying like
But-
an extra $4 in shipping.
Thus, my response to should we bring them back? And I said, video games? Yes. Because the cases they have now are just download here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and these are old pitch. They can't do it in today's society because a lot of games don't even show up in the case anyway.
Right? That's why I said what I said.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what
that's the end of it. Okay. So that's
right.
the end of our show anyway.
You want to do one last
GameStop.
round before we go?
One more round. Okay, one more round and we'll call it a night.
Oh my goodness, it is 7 o'clock. Where does the time go?
Right? All right. I'll let
Stop.
the most satisfying. We probably can't play all of this, but
Oh, is this the long one? It is. It's the long one.
This
this
is oddly
one is
satisfying.
Oh, the King Crusher.
using a piston.
Nice.
Oh, that is. What a
Mesmerizing, isn't it?
That was perfect. Oh, that was thin.
I want that knife, by the way.
You can just sharpen your own.
Not the same. Oh, it's that's cool. Power Wash Simulator. Just saying.
Yeah, that's totally a Chad game right there. I can't play that game.
Neat. By the way, if you think this music's copywritten, I don't know.
Yeah, me either.
Sounds like generic music, but
It does sound very generic.
Is. I'm putting that.
Oh, is that? Wait, is that actually how they do it?
Yeah.
What?
That's cool.
That's
I never
how
knew that.
works. Yeah, they do it for a lot of things. It's done like that.
Oh, that's neat. Okay, I see. Yeah.
Oh, that is a hack I didn't know existed until now. Anyway.
You're like, I just got a new idea.
I need my power tools.
Oh, look
This
at that.
actually, everybody should watch this. This is a good video.
Yeah, seriously.
Look at that.
That's how
Taffy
taffy's made. I've seen this.
Yeah, I can go to Gatlinburg and watch that. That is them harvesting carrots.
Yep.
Yeah.
I about said corn. I was
Yeah,
like,
you did.
not
You
corn.
really did.
Uh,
It's about to be pretty disappointed in you.
Yeah, that's how they get rid of the pollen.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait,
So some places, not everywhere.
So I'm like, where I live,
is that
you go to
eggs?
jail for that.
Yep, those are eggs.
That is separating eggs, whites from yolks.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Oh, that is a.
Oh, the drill going into.
Yeah. Now, what is that?
That looks like AI.
It's pretty neat, though.
Oh yeah, laser cleaning.
Laser cleaning is satisfying. I watched them clean a penny off.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that video. I hate that I seen that video and knew immediately what you meant. But it gets boring at night.
I sometimes threaten to do that kind of thing at work by running at the dock really, really quickly and stopping last second to throw all the freight off into the floor. It's like, you said you want to get out of here quickly, right? Well, open up that door.
Open up that door and stay out of the way. Oh, that's sick. Okay, that definitely
That
is
is definitely an AI video there.
Whoa.
I don't understand what
automatic cake.
Yep, cake decoration.
Thingies. Didn't even know that was a thing.
I didn't know that was a thing either. Oh, I've
That
seen
tree
this.
is just gone.
Yeah, that's something new.
Dang.
That's something new they came out with recently where they just mulched the tree. Some of this might be sound related, but I think it's all muted and it's just that song. Yeah, mute that.
I mean, some of this could be
Okay.
ASMR stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we're done.
Yep. Yep. That was fun though. I was trying to make sure that we didn't have anything else too like unsettling because I felt bad.
From that one time when we were
got to
with the
have
socks.
some unsettling stuff because that's
No,
why
there was one in there. We didn't hit it.
Yeah, I know, but see, thing is, I can take the unsettling stuff and turn that into funny clips for 15 seconds.
Okay, well, guess what? I guess I'll.
More unsettling stuff.
All right, well,
Wait,
this will
what?
be.
I'm sorry. Are you turning this into content as you? Is that what's happening?
Yes, I can
It's almost
do
like
that.
he's a content creator.
If he puts unsettling stuff in there, I can turn it into content.
He's tormenting us for content.
Yes, that's the plan.
Zio has made
Dad
a
has
very, very
failed at the
bad
mission.
mistake by setting me off the chain. So look forward to next week, guys, when we take sporadic breaks during the.
Not too much. Not too much now.
Oh, no. You wanted it, sir.
You asked for it, you got it, Toyota. So I know.
By the way,
Trying
Mr.
to unring that
Toyota
bell.
Camry, I went light thus far. Be ready.
Oh, I'm sure you are. Just nothing bloody.
No. It'll be
gory because
it won't be
YouTube
like that.
Hates that.
It won't be anything like that. No. It'll be creepy.
You don't want to push things too much.
Plus,
but anyway,
when did you become YouTube's bitch? By the way, I just gotta point that out.
No, I just like to keep the channel I actually use on a daily basis around.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but anyway, that has been Gaming with a Side of Salt. Every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we get on here, we talk about video games, we mine the salt. And then there's those two who might do something throughout the week.
Yeah, like in 3 minutes, I'll be boxing zombies.
Boxing zombies with Chad. I'm going to go show up and watch because I want to watch the Horde night and see if he survives or not, for one.
You want to gain
then
experience.
I'm going to go to bed. and I want the experience that comes with it, but you know. Meg, are you going to be able to do anything?
Yeah, actually. So, if anybody caught Meg live yesterday, I did. I braved the stairs and went upstairs to the office on like my 2 crutches and 1 foot.
So no Meg cannon required?
No. Me getting downstairs though did require supervision because I was like, yeah, it's just
take a mattress and just.
You know, what's funny is I got the Smith image of Meg falling, and then a Life Alert commercial pops up. I'm falling, I can't get up.
See, that's one thing. It's mostly just that I don't want to have to go to surgery again for my knee. So, like, let's let it repair first, you know. Then, then we can toss Meg all over the place. That'll be fine then. But yeah, so I did that. Yeah, and yesterday is when I beat the Ninetales Fox, who then I guess gets put into Naruto. And
I was going to say, so you beat Naruto.
No, this is his pre-ninja form. So yeah, this is before he's defeated and enslaved, imprisoned inside of the child. And now apparently there are more enemies to defeat, and I'm mad about it. But now we've gone to Isun's home village, so that's exciting.
Good luck to you.
This game is so long. I mean, it's not even a bad game. It's just so long, and it
thought
feels
was bad
so
beforehand. Now you're at his home.
To be fair, everybody in his home seems to hate Isun, so like I'm like, okay, I can relate to these people. So there's that.
yeah. For the same reasons.
So she hasn't even gotten to the point where Isun gets better.
Yeah, still not. I mean, it's just over the horizon, though, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, actually, it is in his village. So she's there.
Is it the first time to the village or the second time?
No, I just got here. First
time. So
yeah.
When second time rolls around.
Yeah, like I just finally unlocked the village to where like people will open their doors and allow me to talk to them. So
you're an ass.
I know.
I just anyway, yeah. So yeah, come watch me try to get through this game. die in the weirdest parts. Like I don't die on like actual bosses. I die on like by drowning because I misjudged a jump or something like that. It's always the stupidest things that make me die. And it's full of hilarity and just come join the chat. It's super fun. So yeah, come join. It's fun.
All right, go watch Meg play Okami for the next 30 years. And Chad is going to go
so
bare
fun.
knuckle box some zombies here in a second, so go check out that. Links, of course, for everybody are in the description down below. And with that, we will see you in the next one.
Bye.